it's Josh coming to you from the RPM shop. Super excited about these new strikers. They're starting to hit the dealers. Consumers are starting to pick them up, and we want to touch base as far as how to work on these things so that there's no questions, and if there is questions, you'll be able to reference these videos and get your strikers in good working order. That being what it is, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to measure the tiller on these things and adjust that. It's quite a bit different than the Nitro, our cammed lever bow, and so we need to go through and show you guys how to do this. From the factory, it's going to be pretty dang close, and you're going to be able to do the majority of your adjustments as far as tiller based off of your limb bolts. That being said, if you decide to put new link strings on or tear the bow apart, put it back together, you're going to want to make sure that that it's in tiller so that it's getting you maximum performance. The way that you're going to measure that is you're going to measure from this point on the riser back to the string and this point on the riser to the string, and make sure that those measurements are equal, at least within 1/8 of an inch. If it's close enough, if it's in tolerance with about 1/8 of an inch of variance, you'll be able to adjust those with the limb bolts. If it's further out than that, then what you need to do is you need to adjust these link strings either shorter or longer, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So if we measure this particular end of the bow, we measure it, and this string is too far out. We need to shorten this measurement. What you're going to end up doing is you're going to tighten this link cable, the bottom link cable. So what's going to end up happening is if you look at this end, as I collapse this, you're going to notice that this string, and I'll put this ruler up here for a reference point, if you tighten this that particular string, you're going to see that cable start to go down. And so what you're going to end up doing is you're basically just shortening this link cable. The way that you do that is we've got to take the string off, so you're going to decrease the poundage out of your limb bolts so that you've got basically 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch of gap in between the limb pocket and the riser. What that'll do is it'll back the pressure off of this string so that we can take it off. So what we're going to do is I'm going to stand up, I'm going to put this on this chair, I'm going to push down and remove the string. So we're going to set the string off to the side, and then again, if this measurement, which happens to be the bottom of the bow, we need to decrease that measurement. What we're going to end up doing is we're going to take this this bottom cable, so this one here, we're going to go to this end, which they cross, so you're going to go up to this side, you're going to take this yoke string off, and you're going to rotate it so that you're tightening this string, and that's going to decrease this overall length. So you're going to rotate it one full rotation. You always want these bolt heads to match up, so you can go one full rotation, don't go half rotations. And then what you're going to make sure before you reinstall this axle is that all of your washers are on the left side if it's a right-handed bow. So you're going to put that back in, put this yoke cable back into its groove, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to force that back up and back into its groove. Once you've done that, once you've made that adjustment, then you're going to put the string back on, you're going to measure it again, and if the measurements are, like I mentioned before, within about 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch, then you can do your final adjustments with the limb bolts. If it's further out than that, then you need to go through and do that disassembly of the axle, the yoke string, and then twist it. If the measurements were reversed, you obviously got the wrong one, so then just go back through, reverse it, and shorten up that link string. But that's how you're going to measure it for tiller, and then again you can do all your final adjustments with those with the limb bolts. So that's the easy way to do it. They're super simple to work on. Once you get one, spend a little bit of time, turn some wrenches on it, get familiar with it. And if you run into any questions or any issues, you feel free to give us a buzz, or check out this video one more time, which should walk you right through it. So for more information on the striker, other tutorials, make sure you look us up online at rpmbowfishing.com.